Fellow human. Fellow human? I'm not human. I'm a tiefling. Don't you know? Tieflings are the best. Tieflings are the best. I could go live right now. Let's go live. Hello. Welcome to the stream, Jung. What is up? How's it going? Let's settle down for just a little bit of Oblivion. We're doing DLC stuff right now. Still showing the little thing. Welcome to chat and whatnot that shows up when I launch. When I launch OBS. It stays for like 10 minutes or more. It's a message, so it stays for as long as messages stay. Everything seems to be in order. I think we can start. And now I'm ready. Left, right, left, right. Oh, no. Left, right, left, right, left, right. That's the one. Chat. Chat? Chat. Chat. Chat indeed. A misclicked enter. Oh, you went for the colon in things. You have the colon next to the enter? Mine is, where is mine, actually? Matko, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. I don't actually remember where I have the colon. How did I do that? Oh, it's, next to the shift. Because it's not the same. I have my keyboard, is, the British layout. Not the American, because the American has a weird enter and I don't like it. So it's the British layout, which is the same number of keys as the Portuguese layout, but the keys are in a different place. So the key labels are different than what they actually are, because I use the Portuguese layout, because that's what I grew up writing things in, and it's just a few differences here and there. But mostly, the big advantage of the European layouts, is the short shift on the left side, because the Americans have the long shift on the left side. And where we have the little extra key over there for things, and for Portuguese it's the greater than and lesser than keys. So let's continue. We are in a dungeon full of skeletons, and they are pirates, and I will kill them very fast, or not, maybe not very fast, but I will kill them nonetheless. And I was killing them last episode, and I'm not gonna sneak, even though this might be an opportunity to do so. Where did we come from? From here, from the smuggler's cave. So from behind in the left. Okay. So sticking to the left wall, potentially. It's like this. Just random pick. Just random pick? Holy balls. Oh yeah, you have the nice enter. That's the proper enter. I don't like the other enter. Oh yeah, it's a little bit similar to mine. You got the backward slash and the weird upright thing. I don't have those over there. My what is that key? That's interesting. So the upper left key that you have, you also have a K75 Corsair. The upper left key that you have for me is the alternative of the lower left highlighted key that you have over there, because it works as a backward slash, or rather backward slash for you, and the upwards thing if you do shift on it. But I don't have all the other things over there. I can't even identify what that is. It just wiggles. So many symbols. So many symbols. But you have, yeah. It's the short shift on the left side. Not my keyboard, but similar to the one I got. Oh, right, of course. It didn't have to be your keyboard, of course. You have a Corsair one as well. I'm a little bit miffed that Corsair doesn't make Portuguese layouts. And I'm also a little bit miffed that they don't allow you to customize Or, I mean, they do make Portuguese layouts. They just don't allow you to customize the keys. If I remember correctly, that was my beef when I was buying my keyboard. I'm stuck, by the way. This might result in death. Can I please not die? I really would appreciate not dying. Thank you. Probably should have cast that earlier. I guess it's an excuse. What is this? Master Forge Steel Cutlass. The other one I had it as well, I think. Get my torch up. It's the paragraph symbol and the 1/2 symbol. This is what the upper left does. The 1/2 symbol. That is such a weird thing. Do you use the 1/2 a lot in Swedish? Like the Portuguese layout is a key specifically for the, no, yeah, I figured. The Portuguese layout is a key specifically for the equivalent to, for example, the uppercase ST for first, or uppercase, not uppercase, but supra positioned, whatever, the ST. It's like make the 1 and then you make the ST a little bit, or make the 2 and the ND for the first and second. In Portuguese, you just add an A or an O depending on the gender. For every number, it always works like that, and it works the same for most Romance languages. So we have symbols for that, and those symbols exist for everybody. Everybody can use those symbols, but we have keys for that, and it's a dedicated key for that. It's the one right next to enter. Well, this ship went down under stone, apparently. Either that or it just broke so hard that pieces fell down here. I seem to have aggroed everybody, which is fine, because I have plenty of movement speed down here, movement space down here. Swedish keyboards are Nordic, so works with Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish. I see. Yeah, ours is a little bit different, even from Spanish. Even from Brazilian Portuguese, it's different. There's different layouts for that. A rusty door. Why? Why is it a rusty door? Why is it not just a rusty door? They don't say, oh no, this is bad news. Ow, ow. Please don't do what you're doing. Ow. Freaking hell, there's 4 of them in here. Okay, this is like really dangerous. Okay, do you remember how I said it was gonna be fine? Yeah, it isn't. I mean, it is gonna be fine, it's just not at the moment. Man. Okay, we're up here. It's a much better place to fight these. Trying to distribute some love in the back, but they're not having any. Woohoo! Man, they circle strafe like nobody's business. Well, let's follow this way, see where this goes. It's probably where they came from, in all honesty. Really want to hit the ones at the back, though. Come on. One of you has to die, come on. Whoa! At least they don't regenerate like the jerks of... Oh, that's bad news. Woo. Whee! There we go. You're almost dead as well. Okay, we got this. Told you we got this. Wharton's Jelly, welcome to the stream. Harry, welcome to the stream. What is up? I'm so excited. Tomorrow, my new... Oh, I'm falling. This is not ideal. Please don't fall. Thank you. My new gun arrives Monday. Oh, Monday I need to go register it. Wait, you register it after it arrives? And do all the paperwork. They're still excited. What gun is it? Gun Miss Reyes. Wait, what? Misread. Gun misread. Oh. My god, the typos. The typos and the misreads. I think these cutlasses are... No. Some of them are fine. The other ones are masterwork. Or masterforge. The reason why that's the case eludes me at this moment. Have a nice stream. Thank you very much. And welcome on in. So there's this ship. With a bunch of skeletons. Skeletons are dead at this moment. In fact, that's one head. And that's a goofy pirate head. Hear this sound. There's a little bit of a sound there. What is that supposed to be? They had winches. This is a very advanced ship. They didn't invent the winch until the 1700s, as far as I know. Because you need ball bearings for winches. Right? Maybe not. You can make it in other ways. But I think it's the ball bearings that usually are used in winches these days. Okay, no ghosts, no skeletons up here. It's a 6-hour 1911 stainless target with a gorgeous wooden decoration 55 cal. That's a proper gun. That is a really beautiful weapon. It's one of my favorites, actually. No jets over here. Yeah, the 1911 is pretty awesome. Do you have a collection already, or is your first one? Door to the black flag. Well, a trap. They should put the A at the beginning. A trap door to the black flag. It is a trap door. Aw, the booty is gone. The skeletons are gone as well, so I suppose, you know, look on the bright side of things. What exactly am I doing in here? There's a quest marker. Oh, I think I want to get in. Wait, what? This game is very confused. The captain's quarters are not here. Oh, there's the castle. That's the part of the ship that this thing is, by the way. Yeah, they moved the castle away from there. Hopefully no skeletons. Nope, there's skeletons. Friendly skeletons? Not friendly skeletons. Okay. Well, is it a normal skeleton, though? And by normal, I mean like the other ones. It is not. It's Captain Dugal. And as we know, Captain Dugal is very resilient to spellcasting. Don't worry. I got editing. Not on stream, though, but for YouTube. You know. Anarchy Valkyrie, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. How's it going? It's been a while. Nice, gonna really like, oof, that's just the right guns. I could buy some, but then there's some restrictions in my country. For handguns as well. Okay, let's not fall down there, because then it's a pain to get up here. Aw, he decided to give up. Also, it might have been because I was falling. Don't... There we go. Seriously, not even the captain had anything interesting? I've destroyed the last of the undead pirates and claimed Dunbarrow Cove as my own. The cavern and the hulk of the Black Flag are in terrible condition after hundreds of years underground. I should speak with Dahlia Raham of the Carabella. No, not Carabella. Clarabella. She will be able to assist me in hiring a crew to turn Dunbarrow Cove into a suitable base of operations. That's right, fellas. That's what we're doing here. We also have the journal. Let's embark. Why is it like that? Did I smash it or something? Anyway, let's read it. I'm finding it unlikely that anyone will be finding this journal. It's interesting for a person with an accent to write in the accent. You know what I mean? Find in apostrophe. But if they do, know that here be written the last words of the great captain Toradan Abdugal, scourge of Abyssian Sea, terror of the Gold Coast, cutthroat of the Hunting Bay, and Lord Captain of the Red Saber, the finest band o' buccaneers and pirates eared to sail Tamriel. I ain't a man with much use for words. I ain't never been to my academies. And I ain't never wrote no books. Words ain't never earned me no gold. So they's worthless to me. That's why ye have quartermasters and first mates. But I am gonna be setting my last thoughts down here on paper. 'Cause I ain't got much time left here, and it's every old man's right to have his words heard. Now, me business was fighting, sailing, and looting. I became a leader of sailing men, the most feared in history, or so they tells me. Now, before ye be getting ahead o' yourself, let me be warning ye, that me tale does not end well, as I am sure ye can see, from wherever ye found me rotten bones in this God's cursed cavern. I was born in a little town on the north coast o' Skyrim called Dunbarrow. Me mother was a wench, and me father was a right bastard. The only thing that either of 'em e'er did for me was doing me the favor of selling me off to a sea captain when I were 9. That captain, he taught me every thing I'd e'er need to know about sailing, and a few things about the rests, too. Ye see, he were a smuggler, and he taught me all about smuggling and avoiding the Imperial Navy as he run the skooma route from Daggerfall to Vivek. Shame he were caught and hung. He were as close to a daddy as this old pirate e'er knew. Closer, and that bastard what sold me off e'er were. That's for sure. I'm gonna stop with the that's that. Do I need to take this? No, I do not. I really would prefer not to. I'm gonna stop with a weird thing. After the captain were hung, I got around Hammerfell a lot. Fell in with a few crew here and there, and after a time, got myself hired as a midshipman in Captain Calidas's rig. Of course, the Calidas was a drunkard, and them fool ran his ship aground in Anvil before he could we could get any real pirating done. And so embarrassed was he that he drank himself to death in one of the pisshole taverns in this flat little seawater town. So there I was in the backwater port where the war against the usurper broke out. I were out on hire with a rickety tub and worthless rot of captain when the Imperial Navy stole every private ship in port to go and fight their war. We was coming back into the dock, when we heard about it. Now only a fool doesn't bite when he smells blood in the water, and that captain of ours was gonna hand his rudder over to the Navy. The rest of us, well, we didn't so much like that. We cut his throat and tossed his worthless carcass to the depths of the Irma's Mora to feast on. The rest of us put kill to his mud hole and broke for the nearest cove to lay low for a while. Now, the thing that I learned about war is that it's profitable for just about everyone, except for the poor bastards that actually have to go and fight it. While the Navy were busy putting down the revolution, they were too busy to worry about a bunch of pirates running up and down the Gold Coast. And even better for us, the Navy was needing a stream of supplies up in High Rock to fight and didn't have the ships to escort them. In case you don't be knowing, cargo vessels were without escorts is a pirate's best friend. In just a couple of years, I had every buccaneer from here to Valenwood flying under my flag. We had dozens of ships and crew, and more men joined on every day. Soldiers and sailors, cast-offs from the war, escaped prisoners. They were the best cutthroats and sons of whores that a pirate captain, could ever wish for. It brings a tear to my eye to think of them all. But even better than the men were the ships. Captured many navy cutters, refitted privateer galleons, even had a few of them Bosmer ships with a funny living sails in my fleet. The finest ship I saved for myself, the Black Flag. You'll find her rotting hull around here. She doesn't look like much now, but I can tell you that in her day there weren't no vessel she couldn't outrun. All these men and ships we called ourselves the Red Saber. The merchant ships called us Death on the seas. We got to be so feared that most crews just abandoned ship when they saw our flag on the horizon. With no navy to stop us, Captain Toradan Abdugal and the Red Saber was known all over the East. Now, I ain't one to brag, but the Empire had a bounty on me of 40,000 coins. Now, that's something to be proud of. Of course, the poor bastards couldn't never collect on it, Anvil being the wretched den that it is, and most sailors there work for me anyhow, so the Legion couldn't never get to me to give me up. I wish those days could have lasted forever, but you know how it is, friend. Ain't nothing good can ever last. In Romania, you need a paper from a doctor to confirm you're healthy, a very brief psychological exam, and a mandatory course of 80 hours followed by an exam, and that's it. That's pretty decent, actually. In Sweden, police decides if you got a license, you can get any type of weapon if they allow it. I know a guy that has a full auto SMG, but it's only for his shooting club. That is... I bet that's expensive. I don't know. Is a full auto SMG any more expensive than just a semi-automatic weapon? It's probably going to be more expensive, but like, is it really that much more? Because it's not. It's at the end of the day, it's just iron, and it's down to how market prices and whatnot. Been a long while. Glad to see you still around. I am still around. I'm glad that you're still around as well. Thank you for showing up again. Similar to Turkey's laws. I don't actually know how Portugal does it. I know you have to have a license. You don't have to have an ownership license. You have to have a carry license. So like you can have it at home. You can have the weapon at home, any weapon. But you can't have it. I think the laws are a little lax here. Like you can have any weapon as long as it's not loaded. I think that's what it is. And you can have the ammunition as well. Depending on the type of ammunition, there's certain calibers that are that need to be authorized, and as far as I know, certain calibers that are outright forbidden, and I think that's how they control the things here. Like I think for example, 9mm is not allowed here. I hear, I don't know, I never looked into it, but I hear like in the news when they get bullets, when they get when they do apprehensions and stuff like that, and they get a lot of bullets. If they get like weapons and whatnot from criminal gangs and all that sort of stuff, they mention specifically the types of calibers, and they talk about it as if it's illegal to have those things. In specifically 9mm and 5.56 are the ones that I think are not allowed. I don't know how. I actually don't know how it works though. You need license to each gun in Sweden. Yeah, but like just to have it. Otherwise, it's illegal to have the gun. There's some countries that are like that. And for open carry, I don't think it's allowed here. Open carry. You can carry the weapon. I say that I'm saying this because I know people who have weapons and they do carry them. in the truck or whatever, from place to place. And you can carry it while you're hunting, or in the activity that you're doing with the weapon, because it doesn't need to be hunting, it could be anything, like, you know, dish or whatever the thing is. But you can't walk around with weapons in the street. I think that's how it works. Although there are some exceptions for certain people. Is that how it works? For certain weapons, I should say, not certain people. Well, certain people, sure, but for certain weapons. Because I know there's personal defense weapons that you can use. But I don't know how it is, because it's not concealed carry. That much I know. I think I know. Anyway, I never looked into it, so. You have only one permit to carry and use a gun. You can have as many guns as you want. Oh, I see. Well, I guess that makes some sense. If you're not going to limit the weaponry itself, you can. I suppose it's down to the person. Okay. What about the third part? I ain't got much time left. Sure, we had plenty of food down here. It lasted for years, but all this time in the wet and the dark, it got something nasty growing on me. What a terrible way to die. Not on the end of an enemy's cutlass, but because of some damned sickness. No seafaring man should die like this. At least I can still hear the water. It's interesting that they say cutlass, but in the world of Oblivion, cutlasses are super rare. The reason why pirates are associated with cutlasses and sabers, a cutlass is a saber, type of scimitar anyway, which is a type of saber. Anyway, the point is, the reason why they're associated with it is because pirates, the age of pirates, is in the 1600s, where the most common swords were sabers. And in fact, mostly stood around. Sabers are basically... Saber, for one, saber is just another way of saying sword in some languages. But it just... Sabers stuck around since then, because they're just good weapons for self-defense. And they're good weapons for parrying. And if you look at even what happened in the 1700s, where the sabers became pointier and pointier, and then became rapiers and stuff like that, those are still sort of sabers. And although they are used vastly different, some sabers, especially on Eastern Europe, as far as I know, the fights are very similar to rapier fights. They are slashing weapons though, so very different to rapiers, which are piercing weapons. But still, it's weird. Polished sabers in particular are weird. But the Turks have sabers like that as well. Seeing as you're an old school Oblivion run, I have to ask, have you tried Enderall? Anarchy Valkyrie, I have finished Enderall on camera. I did a full Let's Play, and I had a lot of fun. I had a huge amount of fun. It's my favorite Elder Scrolls experience, basically, even better than Morrowind. I mean, my experience. There's a lot of things that I had to nitpick with Enderall, but the level design in particular was incredible. Just unbelievable good. The level design just blew me out the water. Blew everything that Bethesda has done out the water, and blew me, sort of like, blew my brains. Does that work? Anyway, whatever. It's, yeah, really enjoyed it. Absolutely did. Right now, there is, if you want to see an ongoing Let's Play of Enderall, who is it? I think it's the RPG chick. If you Google the RPG chick on YouTube, she's playing Enderall right now, and she has a lot more attention to certain details that I didn't. I did explore everything, but she is much more thorough than I am. So if you want to see somebody who's doing it right now, I recommend it. I watched a couple of episodes only, though. If you have possession-only license, but don't have a carrying license, you bring your gun anywhere out of except for home. Police take your gun and cancel license, and you go to jail in Turkey. I think that might be how it is here as well, because there, because I know my because you have to have hunting license specifically, and it's not the same as just ownership license or usage license. There's different tiers as far as, or they used to be. Yeah, RPG chic. That's the one. Yeah, and I did that as well. I finished it a while back, actually. It was, yeah, it's been a year since I finished it. I think it's been a while. So anyway, and the RPG chick plays a bunch of RPGs. So yeah, she has also a huge backlog. Where was I? I was rambling about sabers. That's what I was doing. My god. I ramble about everything. No seafaring man should die like this. At least I can still hear the water, but I was telling the story of how I got mine, weren't I? I cursed the day that the Cameron usurper died at the war at the war end, because it was that day that Commodore Facile Umbranox turned his attention to Red Saber. A couple of months after the war, that fat pompous bastard decided to come down here and to Anvil and take up port in my town, looking to break up the Red Saber. The Emperor gave him whatever he asked for to campaign against us, despite the coffers being empty from the war in High Rock. When Umbranox couldn't get what he needed from my men in Anvil, he set out looking all over the Abyssinian Sea for the Black Flag. There are hundreds of islands in the Abyssinian, and he landed a crew on each one. He rooted out my men when he could find them, hung those who weren't willing to go peacefully, and jailed those who laid down arms. No matter for many ships and men it cost him, he kept coming with more and more. We couldn't never get any ahead of him, and we couldn't never mount a counterattack. It took him 4 years and a hell of a lot of ships, but that sea rat finally tracked me down. It were my own fault, anyway. If I never made the mistake I made, I hadn't died before he found me, but a man has to stand up for his mistakes, no matter if it costs him. Besides, ain't like I'll be fooling you, since you're likely staring at my bones as you're reading this. Umbranox had his main force out of port following a lead that I planted. I set sail back to Anvil, hoping to catch him off guard, capture the boats he left behind, and fight him with his own ships in Anvil Bay. Can you imagine the look on his pig's face that would have worked? I thought I'd finally get the whoreson to show his face in a proper fight. I should have known, but he had men waiting for me. We fought like hell, but we were trapped in the bay. The Navy men set the town on fire and to keep us from fleeing onto land. I'm sure that the fine citizens of Cyrodiil didn't weep for the torching of a town of thieves. The main force of Imperial dogs held us until Umbranox showed up with his flagship. Umbranox fought me to the last ship, and in the end, the bay was filled with sunken and burning boats. If I weren't fighting for my life, I'd probably thought it were beautiful. So, the Black Flag and the Umbranox rickety tub were the only ones that were still floating and fighting when dawn came. So, I did what any pirate with sense would do. I tried to run. Now, understand, I'm a right bastard in my own way. I'm a pirate, a murderer, a thief, and I certainly ain't never believed in a fair fight. But there's a line in an unspoken code between sailing men, and Umbranox went too far. He had mages on his ships. Mages ain't never been allowed on my boats. They're no good, bad luck, and I don't trust them. Turns out, I was right. I cut across the south side of the bay, along the huge cliff wall that used to be there. I had me helmsman stay as close as he could to the cursed cliff. I could hear those mages from the deck of Umbranox's ship, yelling some nonsense into the wind. A few rocks fell onto my deck, a few more, and then the whole bloody cliff came crashing down on top of me. Now, don't you worry, I didn't die just then. The cliff collapsed around the ship, making this damn cavern. Better that it just fell on us, but no, it sealed the Black Flag, her crew, and me under tons of rock. We were buggered. So we need licenses. Weird. The odd part in Romanian law is that you only need a license to own a gun or a hunting license, but if you enter or leave the country, you're allowed to do that if you carry a firearm, if you have the license with you, but you're not allowed if you carry a non-lethal gun. That's weird. That's probably that, yeah. Anyway, have a good stream. Thank you for showing up, Anarchy Valkyrie. It's really late, so I'm off. Try to catch others. Now I have a bit more time. Yeah, I hope to see you around. Thank you. Have a good night. Are you allowed to have silencers? Oh yeah, I don't know about that. And we still have part 4. I seen my own blood more times than I could ever count, but seeing the ragged mess that just come up out of me lungs just now is the only time I've ever been afraid of it. I guess I should be getting the last bit of me story. Me and my crew were trapped down here, never to see the light again, or some rot. We tried digging out. We tried blasting out. We tried calling to the Nines and the Daedric Princes for help. Nothing worked. Some of the men went crazy when we figured out that there were no getting out. But most of us just accepted what fate we had dealt us. We made the hulk of the Black Flag into the best home that we could and tried making a life of it down here. We had plenty of stores with us, and since most of the crew were killed in the fight, it was more than enough to go around. I will tell you, though, that you ain't known suffering until you ate nothing but hard rations for 20-some years. All the pain I ever caused anyone has been paid back for me tenfold in having to eat the same filth every day for the whole time I've been down here. Then Grim died off. Grim was the first, and one by one the boys had been dropping off. They all got same sickness I ended up with. We buried them when we could, threw them in the water when we didn't have the strength to bury them. Finally, we just made them walk to the far side of the cavern a couple of days before the sickness ran its course. I'm the last, and I suppose that makes sense. The great Captain Dougal, defeated by facile Umbranox and buried alive forever. I wonder what became of Anvil. Probably let it burn and swept the ashes into the sea. Umbranox probably went back to the Imperial City to pat himself on the back and be rewarded with lands and titles. Like I said, way back in the beginning, I don't expect nobody to ever read this, but if by chance someone does find my carcass down here in this pit, do an old seaman a favor. Track down whatever descendants that fat old sack Umbranox may have, and tell him that Torredan ap Dougal says hello. I think... Oh, freaking hell. I was just moving forward as I was reading that. I think I probably should take these then. If I'm gonna find Mr. or Mrs. Umbranox somewhere out there. Anyway, see if I can talk to this person that our quest marker tells us to talk to. Going shooting without one is considered rude. Without a silencer. Oh. Or a suppressor, I suppose. Back Awful, welcome to the stream. Are you in quarantine right now? Stay safe. We're not in quarantine here. Yet. Here in Portugal. It's for daily use. All I know is hunting guns that are another license, but yeah, I don't know much. Told you it's a tedious job. And it's still raining outside like nobody's business. Ah, well. We have places to go. Oh, it's in here. We can teleport while we're in the water. Oh, Uni just got suspended. Ah, I see. You're at home. Haven't had contact with risky people too. Though. I don't think I have had either. But, there's cases here in the city, where I live. I just commute to work on my car, and I don't have... I've been alone in the office for forever. For a few weeks. The boss just comes around every once in a while, and my boss does talk to a bunch of people. So, could be a thing. Guess I'll know. I mean, I guess he'll tell me, just like, hey, you probably got the thing. Stock up on whatever paracetamol thing is. So here is a ship that we haven't been to, the Sita of Clarabella. How would my character know that Clarabella was around? I mean, my character wouldn't know. Look at all the rigging and all that. Oh, I'm over encumbered again. I really need to sell stuff. They don't really have a lot of stuff. Hey! Hi! What is wrong with you? He rejects my will? What in the world? Guards! This person over here is being rude to me. Stop it. Excuse me, guards. Hi. Yes. Thank you very much. Stop it. Freaking stop it.
I fought mud crabs more handsome than you.
I wouldn't. That's. I mean, he's. Thanks. What was wrong with you? He's just. I mean, I'll take his stuff for sure. Note from First Mate Filch. Copper amulet. I'll take. He's gonna be naked there. Naked with shoes on. I suppose that's the best. That's the best way to be naked. Let's see. I think I'm still in combat though. Note from First Mate Filch. Only one case in my city. Thing is, they transformed the hotel into a quarantine center from the southern part of the country. I see. Yeah. If I get it, I'll take a flight to Portugal and spread it. Oh, you Swedes. And probably a non-crime. It's probably a non-crime in Portugal. The spreading it, probably. How prison is in Portugal. I don't know how prison is here. I've never been. Nope. I know where some of them are. I just don't know. I've never been. We have one case at now. Sure, it will spread. We're trying to obscure outbreak, but we're trying to obscure outbreak. In Turkey? Yeah, that's bad. It's very contagious, of course. Captain, I'm telling you, sir, we got to be more careful. In the Leeuwin city, watch come snooping around again. We may have to pull anchor and get out of this good-for-nothing city. I ain't spending the rest of my days locked up in no jail for illegally transporting cattle. No, sir, I'll not. All due respect, Captain, but the mates on me signed on for real pirate stuff, murdering, looting, and ravaging. We ain't no damn shepherds. First mate Filch. Pirate! Exclamation mark. Well, literate enough, first off to write, for sure, but also to know how to use exclamation marks. So that's a thing that happened. Very angry people in here. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I hope I can help.
Yes, what was that for? Why? I don't get it. What happened? But I'm looking for upgrades to my newfound cove of a long-dead pirate that was very famous and also probably a very important thing to have in a museum or something because, you know, it's a famous pirate, but let's not pretend. Let's pretend we don't need that.
Let's do business.
Right. I need a fence. What the heck? Oh, a fence so I can sell things. Sure.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, that's going to be the lines, isn't it? Yes. How about a Fletcher?
Let's do...
How about quarters? How about security expert? How about the spy master? And the splier. That's that.
Take your time.
I did it.
Goodbye.
Rakam there being the name of a famous pirate in Les Aventures de Tintin. I don't actually know the name of the books in French. Anyway, I've completely upgraded Dunbarrow Cove and hired on a full crew. Once a week, the pirates who follow me will provide me with my share of their plunder. In order to send them out, I must speak with one of them to send them on a mission. They will return to Dunbarrow Cove in 1 week with my share of loot. Because money is a real consideration that I must have. It's not really. There's a red book of riddles over here. And though it's red and riddly in books, I'm trespassing. It's a pirate. Whoa. I am... Can you please not...
What's that?
They go down easily. I don't want to kill the sheep. Whoa.
You'll make a fine pair of boots.
I don't know if I killed your mate, by the way.
You'll make a fine...
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you for sure.
I give up.
No, you're gonna die. Sheep is good, though. Make a fine pair of boots. Your face will make a fine pair of boots.
Show me your face.
Hi. This sheep is brave. Did I get the question here, or the reason why I'm very suspicious about not attacking them, is because I don't want to get bounty. But apparently I'm doing God's work, so yay. Um. 52 in Romania last time. I'm a doctor, but I resigned 5 months ago for preparing residency exam. And then boom, pandemic. I suppose lucky. I suppose. I mean, 620 here in Sweden. That's a lot. I guess countries with more travel are just basically more affected all the time. There's just no way around it. Most of them from Italy vacation, yeah. 92 from out of the country. I don't know where where I think we're at 100 or something here in Portugal as well. 92%. Oh, I see. But I don't know where they're from. Now, oh, I'm over encumbered. Now I'm properly over encumbered. Well, I guess I don't need those books of bad. So I'll just drop the books. £2 worth of books. Can you imagine? I mean, I guess books are about that heavy, but they were just little notes. Hi. Why'd you do this? Are you gonna die now? This is the part where what? I'm sorry, I didn't get my part. I forgot the... Run away! You're not doing very well with the whole running away thing. You're dead now. You jerk. I'll take your shoes. Or your ring. There's really no reason to be down here, by the way. I am fully aware of that. I mean, there's a very easy chest over here. With a burgundy shirt. I'll take all of your alchemical ingredients. Thank you very much. And I'm off. There's a lot of sheep in here. I guess the line was the letter was just really meant to explain why there are so many sheep in here, and how they're apparently illegal sheeps. Golden Ecker bark is like £2. I don't actually know what Godel Ecken bark. I'm having trouble. Witness. The tools of the trade. For I possess in my hand a roll of branded whatever scotch tape. And I have a set of scissors. I also have glasses that are bad. It's basically down to the glasses being bad. Now I can't see anything, but it doesn't matter. Because what I will do is I'll do this. Use the scissors to cut a strip of the duct tape, or whatever this is, and put it in my nose. Right? Ah, much better. And now, I put my glasses on. And they don't scratch me anymore. Victory has been achieved. And you can tell. I have other types of duct tape over there that you could tell, but I prefer not to do that. Coven Guy, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome back. I need to go. Let's see you later, Wharton. Thank you for showing up. Have a nice stream, and sorry for grammar mistakes. All of the grammar mistakes. Bring on the grammar mistakes. Thank you. Have a good night. Your hair looks different. Yes, I cut it because I'm a lazy bum, and I don't cut my hair as often as I should. This is how I usually use it, but then I don't cut it, and it becomes big, because that's what hair does. Spain, Germany, France, and Italy most affected in Europe. Italy is like 12,000, and rest is 2,000, 3,000. Yeah, Spain is like 3,000. Yeah, it's just... Well, that's so far. That's known, of course. I hesitate to give my opinion because it's just, what do I know anyway? I don't even pay attention to the news. For all I know, we could be in quarantine. It could be cops roaming the streets and be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I don't watch the news. I get my news from YouTube channels. That's about it, really. And I only watch the one. And it's not Portuguese, so that's lovely. Very good job, Colonel. You do a very good job at being a responsible adult. Let's see. Where... Oh, I didn't even... Right. We need to go to the cove. Whee! Being an Argonian, I just swim out at sea. Everything is fine. Gödel Escher back is a book trying to explain the nature of consciousness by drawing from examples from philosophy, logic, art, and especially Godin's theorem of incompleteness. I need to look into that because that's a subject that I like a lot, and also have some fumbling theories about that obviously are completely misinformed and irrelevant. But I still have the theories. My main news YouTube channel comes from Philip DeFranco. Oh yeah, he's a blogger. I know. I don't watch that. What is that? Oh no! No, I'm still live. What are you telling me? Could not connect. I'm still live. I'm over encumbered, but that's a different matter. I've got a good friend. He's a doctor and he's doing double shifts. He's in the red zone in Italy. Yeah, doctors are just out of the real heroes here. And the people working on a cure and all that. You're still here, so who knows? Yeah, it was just I got 3 things connected to the internet. At any one time. So, you know, if one of them goes down. Hello! Hi.
What? I'm through talking to you.
Well met.
Why don't you like me?
Make it quick.
I'm gonna make you like me.
Make it quick.
Okay, likes, dislikes, likes. Okay, so rotate, get that.
I won't fight you.
I will punch you is what will happen.
Where'd you get that? Don't waste your...
That's
I
good.
can't argue with that.
That's because you're an idiot
Don't
who can't
try.
argue.
You win this. All right, I get it.
My broodmate was
Now he likes me.
Lewin. She told me of an artifact hidden in the chapel there, but said that no one has ever been able to claim it.
Oh, I need to get it.
Yes?
So I can just send them out to plunder.
Yes.
You like me a little bit better. Just because he's an Argonian.
Be
So
seeing
tiresome.
you.
What?
He doesn't like me. Have you heard any rumors?
Lady Umbernox has hired a new captain of the guard.
Oh, wait. Lady Umbernox is the lady of the castle.
So?
So let me make you like me. So he doesn't like these two? No, he doesn't like these. Okay.
Good. My life is drab. Oh, please. Don't... Yeah, I get it. Don't try. I salute you. Don't... Oh, please.
It works.
Goodbye.
You too. So it's just... Where's my fence? I must have a fence. I have a lot of things in here. Well, I didn't fix the windows. Wanted poster. Bunch of lockpicks. Seriously, where's the fence? In here, maybe? Excuse me. Oh. Feed. Feed on Jack Silver. Your captain demands it. So we have a drunkard for a fence, potentially. I mean, his name is Silver.
I hope I can help.
I hope you don't do that again. Oh,
Much I can show you.
you're a trainer. You can't show me anything. Have you heard any rumors?
Please the Nine with good works and visit way shrines of Stendar for blessings of endurance.
Of course. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. I'm all of a sudden over encumbered. My vampirism was giving me... I'm sorry. We're sort of stuck right now. Was giving me strength. Let me figure this out. My mom is in the red zone in Italy as a nurse. Oof. Yeah, so as I said, those are the heroes. People working for helping others. I hope she's alright. That Shindo. Everything was wrong about that guy for sure. Okay, let's fix some stuff. Because that way, I can get rid, there it is, of one weight. Really need to get out of here. How did I get that much? Oh, wait. There's another spell. It's called Buoyancy. That gives me a little bit more. Ever so slightly more. That feed was bad. Should not have fed. Potion of Feather. Oh, I guess I'm gonna need to eat that. Let's get out of here. So I don't know where the fence is. Maybe somewhere else.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You too.
You know, I saw your fight against the Grey Prince. Nobody thought that orc could be beat, but you showed them all.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Bye.
Yes?
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, maybe you're the fence.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, you. No.
I'm willing to teach if you're willing to learn.
That's pretty nice, actually. A marksman.
Interest you in some of my fine wares?
A marksman's. Marksman trainer.
Farewell.
No offense, though. What a shame. I'll figure it out. The fence must be somewhere. Please kill a guard. Scar of Scythe, welcome to the stream. I killed a guard already. In self-defense, though. It was all in self-defense. We have a pig called Bacon.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
I'm sure it is. Oh, you're the fence.
Let's do business.
Let's. Do you like me? He likes me a little bit, but I have a plan.
Good day.
That's the wrong plan. This is the right plan.
Good day.
Yes.
Let's do business.
And now you'll love me. Okay, so these prices probably are bad. But he does have a bunch of money, so this is a good place to sell things. So, Arrow of Extrication, I'm going to keep it. Blade of Woe, I'll keep it. Elven Arrows, let's start with those.
You've got to be kidding.
I'm not kidding, you're tripping.
You're trying to drive me out.
Come on.
You've made a good...
I mean, I better make a good deal. 71.
You're trying to drive me out of business.
Yeah, it's 70. Not getting better than that.
You drive a hard bargain.
I will drive my fist into your face if you don't shut up.
That's a fair...
He doesn't shut up. He said immediately, that's a fair thing. Glass War Axe, yeah. Got some really good things in here.
fine transaction. That seems a fair... You got a great deal.
It's not as good prices as the elf in the Traders District, but he's not particularly good at prices either. The Black Hand Hood, yeah, we probably want to hide these. The Black Wide Pants. Boots of Springhill Jack, those are
You
for
drive
me.
a hard bargain. That's a good deal.
Chainmail Gauntlets, sure. Cuirass of the Spy for Chameleon. My cuirass is broken. I really need armor. I really need armor. I'm gonna need an armor trainer. We're gonna look into that in a little bit because we need to level up as well. Ebony Shield.
That seems a fair price.
The Grey Cowl of Nocturnal. Yeah, that's bad to use because the guards will kill me. Mage's Hood is free though. I'll keep that. Or not free, but like weightless.
That's more than I... You got a great deal then.
Some Mithril Shields. Ring of Shock Shield, that sucks. Rugged Pants. Security 45, that doesn't matter.
That's a good deal.
Shirt with suspenders for money. Okay. Then oh, I can sell you the potion of chameleon. Strong potion of invisibility, because of course he's a fence, so he will buy all these. That one as well. Fireball for sure. Lock room is a thing. Trader's diary is a thing. Fire and darkness. Which one was the thing? Okay, excuse me.
Farewell.
Let's see. Yeah, fire and darkness is for blade. So, I'm selling the other one. Actually, I probably should confirm that the locked room can be sold. Because you can't read books while you're selling them, which is a bit of a pain. Do you like me? Like me good now?
Take your time.
No, you do not.
It's my pleasure.
It's weird.
Please.
Justin, welcome to the stream. Hello. But you can't put it on, commit a crime, and then take it off and get no bounty. Really? That's how it works?
Certainly. Knowledge is...
Oh, he doesn't trade now.
Bye. It's my pleasure.
He stopped trading.
Farewell.
What can I do? It doesn't matter. We don't need him. I just wanted to see where the fence was. Hey, Dante, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. We are gonna do something important right now. I think. I don't remember exactly. Oh, yeah, we're gonna level up. Actually, we're not immediately gonna do something important. Which is a bit of a shame. But we're gonna do something important. I also have a bow equipped. I should have the Blade of Woe. Let's go to our priority of the 9, so I can stuff things in there. Any bounty you get while wearing the cowl goes towards the Grey Fox and not towards your character. That's lovely. I did notice that once I removed it, while the guards were looking for me, the bounty transferred. So that's why I was a little bit apprehensive about using it. And it's relatively yeah, that's a good one. It's a good thing to have just as a backup for if you need carry weight. Okay. Do you see the flour? Some of it is stolen, some of it is not. I keep it in different bags, so I can return it to the guards if they take it. And that's exactly what happens. They find me and they're like, this flour over here was stolen. I can tell. Freaking system. Okay, got some onions and some other stuff. They will continue to attack. All you have to do is block and press E, and they'll stop and have no bounty. Oh, that's I didn't know that. Thanks for that. That's pretty awesome. I should try that. I should really try that. We could try it anytime because we, of course I can't then go around with a cowl on and what else do we have? We got Welkin stones, Varla stones. You just keep the Varla stones in here. The Grand Soul gems. There's still some things that I need to sell. But not a whole lot. So, it's good news. Let's sell. To our old friend. In the Imperial City Market District. Block E is how you submit in Oblivion, yeah. See you later, Young. Have a good night. I do that every once in a while. I've done that already in certain contexts. They didn't work well, because the game really freaks out when people attack you.
Can I
Sometimes it freaks out. Yeah, these prices are a little bit better. They definitely improved that in Skyrim with sheathing your weapon. Oh, they did that. That's right. That's right. It's a little bit like in Gothic. Gothic 1 and 2 and 3 work that way as well. where if you have your weapon out and it's like an aggressive thing. It's pretty cool. So I have 3 potions of cure disease.
That seems a fair price.
Potion of healing, I'll sell that. Night Eye, I might as well keep it. Potion of sorcery. Let's just keep the greater ones.
You got a great deal there. You drive a hard bargain.
Skooma, might as well just sell. I should probably keep the skooma, actually.
You drive a hard bargain.
Potions of this spell are irrelevant. Feather is not. Grounding is definitely not. And then we have this strong potion of healing and whatnot. Good. The locked room
You
gets
got
sold.
a great deal there.
All of these
That's
get
more.
sold.
You drive.
Even though we should probably start considering soul gems pretty soon. I'm carrying around Mother's Head. For shame. Silver Nugget. That's good enough.
Please return.
Yeah, Kingsman.
It's a pleasure to.
Get to that chopper. I'll pay with my blood before I surrender to any guard. Then pay with your blood if you say something like that. It's exactly what they tell. Okay, so let's see. I have my notebook over here. Oh, it's open on the page. To tell me exactly what my build is, so I don't have to mess around with builds with things. So we are gonna get personality, potentially. I want endurance though, so I already have a level up set up. So I guess we're not getting endurance. We could mess around with willpower. No, we couldn't, because we need to level this. What does endurance have for me? Mercant... armor, if I level armor... Yeah, endurance I need endurance. I'm gonna level... I'm gonna train endurance. Let's just buy a bunch of hammers. Excuse me.
It is good.
I know.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all. Up.
There we go.
Please return.
And now we go see our friend. Actually, I say we go see our friend. I don't know if we go see our friend. The idea here is to fix things, but the problem with this is that let's level once block. The problem with this is that it doesn't get me anywhere. So while I probably need training, and I will repair a bunch of stuff with this, I really need armor. There it is, that's blocked. That's how you die. Okay. There's a dog somewhere. I heard a dog bark, I think. Now... Oh, I forgot. There's another way of training, of breaking my things. Repair hammers. Immediately break something. Freaking hell. I don't want to break all of these. Let's see. So we got the summon skimp. Which is now this. Train me in the arts of blocking, for I am good. Or, I suppose that. I really need it. Yeah, melee is what I need. Thank you. And now, I train more. I should probably just let it hit me, but this is not going to get us anywhere. Armorer needs to be trained continuously. Armorer is a really tricky thing to train. So we're close enough to level 34, so I suppose I'm going to stick with that for a little while. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. That's the one. Or hurt me good. Hurt me. There we go. No fireballs, please. There we go. Break all the armor. Or also train my... I didn't mean that. There you go. Training my block is important. And my restoration going up is also pretty important. But it's secondary for sure. Rawr. Rawr, I'm trying to summon. Break. I forgot to fix. I don't know how it works, if it's per fix or if it's per point fixed. That armor fixes. That armor increases. That's the one. And now you die. Okay. You can see on the upper right corner of the screen. I'm taking damage from the sun, ain't I? There's enemies nearby. I don't know. Let's see. Armor. At least block is a good thing to train. Whoa. So I'll definitely train another one. Another part of block. Because if I do that, then I'm only one level off of training for this level. Oh, there's the enemy. What is that? It's a Minotaur. We have a Minotaur, ladies and gentlemen, that wants me dead. He's gonna break all of my armor. And I like it. Hey, Mr. Minotaur. Hello. Please break my armor. He's really upset. That's one thing. That is a lot of damage, though. Just once more. Okay. Now I heal a little bit. Ever so slightly. Should learn to be a little bit more. Whoa. That's the one. Please don't give me... Oh, there's also a mud crab. I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. Seriously though, you need to learn your place, little guy. That's the one. Okay. Lovely. Yeah, need to get out of here now. Otherwise I die. Whew, that was close. I shouldn't heal like this. You wait until it's done and then... Yeah, he's still after me. We can do this again, right? Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, just once more. Okay. And now you die. In the easiest fight ever. As it turns out, it isn't very easy. This thing is pretty high level by now. We're only level 16. Or something. These things are nasty. I mean, they're supposed to be bosses. They're supposed to be really, really difficult. Okay, now we should get our armor up. Our block is also pretty high, which is actually pretty important because we do need to level that one up in particular. And there's our armor going up. It broke all the things. Okay. So I can rest for 1 hour. Yeah, and just train over here. Please attack. If I don't block, they attack more often. I just need to do it manually. Good. So a little bit of training here. You need to get to 50 armor to be able to repair magic items. That is brutal. Okay. Come on. That's one. And that's our block. So if our armor goes up again, we're good to go for a little bit of endurance. Well, it's gonna be a bit of a piece of work to get our armor up there, but such is life. I need to find another Minotaur. Those were the days. We have enemies on the other side, for sure, because they stay around in that little thing. Let's follow the Nibbin. Let's also save the game. There's a fish out of water. Is that a rat? No, that's a crab. Does the fish attack me? No. The crab does, so I suppose that's a good... Oh, many crabs. Do I need to crouch or something? Please? There we go. Yeah, just do damage. I need to fix my stuff. So having a lot of it's the magic armor. I have a lot of magic armor. And I can't fix it normally. So having a lot of hammers would definitely allow me to train my armor a lot more. Let's give it a try now. Okay. And those two... Yeah, I need a serious beating. I need to lose a lot of health. Actually, the scamps are pretty good for me to lose a lot of health. They do a lot of damage. They're just not very commonly attacking in melee. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a good strategy. I don't know if it is. Also, there's enemies nearby. Oh, it's probably the fish. Wherever it is. Oh. Or on the ground. Apparently, you go on top of a rock and you can do a thing. Okay. Concentration going up, but that's normal. Now you break my things, please. Attack me fast. Good. Oh, I didn't need the fireball. Got another one in there. Because resting heals my everything. Okay. The fireball isn't needless. Thanks. Not that. It just does damage and I don't think it breaks anything. Okay. Let's see where we're going with this. A little bit more. Let's also make sure that we're doing the right thing here. In terms of skill diary. We're good. We're good. So now we need to find an armorer trainer, and we're at 10 endurance. And then after that, it should be easy. We could also get a block trainer, and that would level us up immediately. I say it should be easy. I'm not really seeing a lot of options here. Let's look into an armor trainer. Okay, let's go into the internets, as I often do. Oblivion armor trainer. Armor training. That's not what I want. Oblivion trainers. That's the one I want. And we have alchemy alteration armorer. That would be Bravil Fighters Guild. Sounds like a good deal to me. Off we go to Bravil, wherever it is. It's over here. Bravil. Bravil Fighters Guild, and it's somebody called Tadros. Tadros is a lovely name. I also don't remember where the Fighters Guild is. Is this the Mages Guild? No. I think this is the Mages Guild. Yeah, where's the Fighters Guild? Is it here? Where? Have I never come around here to the Fighters Guild? I've never been to the Fighters Guild here. Oh, know where it is. Maybe I have. I don't think I have. Well, I did some missions for the Fighters Guild, not a whole lot. Let's go here to the Fighters Guild in Bravil, see if we can find some armor training. Yeah. I'm looking for armor training. You're probably sleeping at this time of night, aren't you? Or naked.
How do you do? I'm Tadros Hella, smith of the Bravil Fighters Guild chapter and trainer for armorers.
Of course. Might come back later when you're a little bit more composed. Tell me about Bravil.
There's a lot of adventuring action from here south to Blackwood, and everyone comes to me with their gear.
I'm sure they do.
Go to it.
I'll decline. I'll see you later. And by later, I mean at an appropriate hour. I don't know what's going on with her. Is it normal? Is that just how it works? I'm sure there's... Oh no, I'm a vampire now. Ah! And I'm also taking damage while indoors. Because of the mod that I have. She's probably downstairs, though. Downstairs doesn't have a sun. Though, there we go. Yeah.
Yes?
I need training. Oof, you do repairs as well.
I can repair almost anything.
For very cheap, in fact. Can you like me a little bit more? I'll give you my lipsticks.
Take care. Good day.
She's doing training. Don't worry. She doesn't want us dead.
I can repair almost anything.
Yeah, repair all the things then. We have so much money. It's unbelievable. You also trade.
Only quality goods for sale here.
Oh, yeah. I will.
Interest you in.
That is something... That is true. I will need a few arrows, if you don't mind.
You bought that for a song.
I didn't, actually. But it's fine. Those don't change. Fine steel bow? Sure. Just the one, though. Good. Repair hammers.
Another satisfied customer.
I'm sure I am.
Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two.
Let's do this, then.
You've got a lot.
And then with this...
Knowledge. You've got a lot. Good that you want to get...
There we go.
Good day.
To you as well. I need to find somebody who sleeps. So we're gonna go to an inn. Silver Home on the Water? I don't think this is an inn. It is. I remember this inn.
What?
Give me the mouse. There we go. This is a lovely place. Yeah, being a vampire is a pain. Were you in this inn before? Yeah. I slept in here for some mission or something. Don't remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait 13 hours, somewhere there or thereabout. Until, well, for one, it's going to be nighttime, so I won't burn anymore. But another one is there's going to be people sleeping here, and I'm just going to drink their blood. Because that's what I do as a vampire. And we drank the other day. It's just like, it's all the traveling. It just passes the time so fast. Let's go to the 3rd floor and see what's up. Give me the mouse. There we go. There's nobody here. It's a letdown. Is it the time of day or night? Oh, there's somebody here. And now we're good. Oh, I'm not supposed to... No, it's fine. I am supposed to be here. Okay, what else? Oh, right. So, we're going to go back to our Priority of the Nine. So, we're a little bit more in a private setting. Because we're good to level up on a lot of levels. I'm going to go with endurance and strength for sure. But I need this. So what we're going to need here is either agility, which is probably the likeliest of scenarios. Agility requires marksmanship or sneak. But marksmanship is easy to level up because I don't have a whole lot of it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to summon somebody. And I'm going to shoot them. You didn't need to do that. Okay, I also don't want to lose too many arrows because I won't be getting them back. Which probably means I should be pulling the bow back completely. Vampire the Bloodlines did it sexier. I'm sure it did. This is the body mod that I have for the game is the one responsible for the bodies that you see in NPCs. So we're just not leveling our marksmanship up, is that it? Or am I missing something here? Let's try sneak attacks. Next, I mean. Marksmanship is going up. So if I sneak, I do extra damage. Unfortunately, I can't keep sneaking. Oh, this is the best way. Actually, this is the best way. You can just get rid of them. Oh, this is so easy. Especially if I gain... Oh, the blood-sucking animation. I suppose, for sure. Blood-sucking animation in this game is only for people who are sleeping. So it's really weird. So I think I think the whatchamacallit? The level up speed in this game is dependent on the damage you do. So this is the best way to do this, because I'm sneaking all the time. And they only attack after 3 attacks, apparently. I think spells attack immediately, but I'm not really sure how it works. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, no. Not oh yeah. It doesn't do much difference. I do need to level up. But if agility takes... if agility is not the one, it's fine. I have other things. Just that moving will really make me detected. Yes, both weapon skills and sneak increases by damage, sneak, attack. Yeah, oh, that's right, because I'm also increasing sneak by doing this. I need to pay attention to that. My conjuration skill is also going up. And I think I'm doing extra sneak attack damage. Or extra damage anyway. I really need to fix my things. Magic skills increase per cast. Yeah, magic skills I knew it was per cast. Okay, I'm out of arrows. Which is a shame. Okay, let's look at our skill book, skill diary. 5 out of 10. Yeah, still not great. Sneaky is also not going to be the be-all and all there, for sure. We're going to need an extra point. We can't get agility. That. M. Puppeteer, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. How's it going? So yeah, sneak is easy to level up. Oh, I guess that's that. Did I have anything that I wanted to leave behind? I got a mother's head. I'm going around with that. Not so good. I'm in Italy. Hopefully you're staying safe and your family as well. Hang in there, man. Hang in there. It's a thing. Okay, so the repair hammers I'm gonna leave behind, because we're not gonna level them up anyway. At least not at the moment. I really don't want to use stealth for where is my intelligence? At 90. Am I leveling intelligence? I'm not. Intelligence, however, doesn't have any... Let's do some alchemy. Doesn't have any skill. So we are gonna need some things to level up, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Getting stuck on things. Got all our chemical ingredients over here, all the things. We have a bunch of bone meal. I don't know what bone meal goes with. I'm sure it goes with that. It doesn't. Probably doesn't. What does bone meal have? Damage fatigue. Sure. Do you have anything that has damage fatigue? I have restore fatigue. Anything that I have a lot of, I should say. Let's get the things that I have a lot of, so it's easier to train. Ectoplasm. I have 69 ectoplasm. Nice. But also, there's a lot of them. Mort flesh is bad. Okay. Indeed. Which mode are you using? Mode? What do you mean mode? Or mods? Are you asking the mods? I have a list. I can tell you, but is that what you're asking? I mean, I can't tell you right now. I can tell you how you learn it. Oh yeah, mods. Okay, yeah. So if you go to my YouTube channel, got links here on the screen if you didn't come from there. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find my Let's Play of Oblivion specifically. Not the Twitch streams themselves, because those don't have the info, but on the Let's Play itself, on the description of every video, you'll find a link. It's a whole list, and it's not my list. I just followed somebody else's list. So from there, in the description of every video, you'll find the list, so it should be there. No problem. Okay, now for lovely sounds that I'm sure all of you love. Ectoplasm. Oh, ectoplasm doesn't go with anything. How dare you? Remove. How about bone meal? Bone meal goes with motherwort sprig. One level up. All potion ingredients have 4 potential effects now. Which means I know everything now. Lovely. That's actually really good. Okay. 1. 2. 3. 4. We have a lot of damage health in here. If I wanted to use poisons, which I don't because I use spells, we have a lot of damage health. It's a lot of damage actually, and it's very light. So that's a lot. Yeah, we're gonna be able to make more of it, but it's proper. Let's look at our skill diary now, so we can see our intelligence is it exactly where I thought it was gonna be, but I still need to level up itself. Which is it's gonna be a bit of a bummer. Oh no, I'm keeping these, selling these. Your name reminds me of one of the heroes in Colonel's Darkest Dungeon Let's Play. I don't remember their names anymore. Mark the Puppeteer. I remember Mark the Puppeteer though. That was a patron request, I think, or it was a user request anyway. I don't know if you were a patron. I think it was a mistake. It should have been M Puppeteer, like Master of Puppets. Yeah, today I watched a video of somebody playing Master of Puppets, all in upstrokes. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's a guitar thing, but instead of you doing downstrokes, as in you strike the string downwards, it was all in upstrokes, which is really, really hard. I tried it. I can't do it. But the person who played it was very, very good. So that's how they did it, by being very good. But I'm ignorant or I did it wrong. No, that's just how it is in Twitch. If you seriously, there's a lot of people whom I say hi to, and they're just like, my name's not. Well, there's not a lot of it. There's some people. You're not alone.
It is good.
It is
Only
good.
quality goods for sale here. What can I?
Oh yes, I'm sure. Very quality.
An excellent.
Excellent indeed. Excellent.
That's a fair.
I can't believe once I made Mr. Burns' voice
That's a good.
off camera. That was off camera. Very well. It sounded like exactly like Mr. Burns. And then I'm bad at
Thank you.
voices. I'm bad at controlling my
Returns.
mouth. Very quality, much goods. Exactly. What's stroke? Yeah, it's stroke. The strike. You know, it's the stroke is what you do to the string when you strike it. So it's not really a stroke. It's not called a stroke. It's upstroke or downstroke is depending on what you're doing. So when you're strumming the strings on a guitar,
Did you say I've got nothing to eat?
you do the downstroke or the upstroke. But if you do it on a single string, it's still the same. And that Master of Puppets is played. A lot of the sounds are a single string. There's a lot of it in 2 or 3 strings at the same time. But so there's a difference that you can tell in just the weight of the electric guitar if you just do downstrokes. And so when you're learning, it's very hard to do just downstrokes at that speed. In this speed, you just it's pretty hard. It's not one of the hardest songs, but you can do downstroke, upstroke, and it's a lot easier because you're half the speed and just doing. And my hand is not on camera when I'm doing that. But if you do it only downstroke, the sound is a lot cooler because you got a lot more of the high. The string vibrates in a different way, basically, because you don't stop it, basically, as much because of the direction that you're pulling it. So you're just sort of getting a little bit more of that harmonics of the sound, because, you know, the string of a guitar and any instrument is not a single note. It's a whole thing. So it's got other vibrations in there. So the nuances of the sound, especially when you're amplifying it with an electric amplifier, or an electric guitar amplifier, it changes a lot. So that's why doing it upstroke or downstroke is important. So what are we gonna do? As I should probably have been doing already. We're gonna need to increase our sneak. That's how we're gonna level up. I shouldn't be doing this on camera, though. There's a way to do it with a console. Subharmonics. Could be. Could be. I don't actually know the terms properly. And actually, as I was doing it, it's a lot harder to do it without the guitar. It's a lot harder. Pet Cached, welcome back. How's it going? Oh no, people are seeing me. Go away, you jerk. I'm trying to level up. Drops down in front of you. Hello there. It's a little bit what I'm doing. So yeah, we're trying to level up. Let's look at what we're doing. Let's sneak. We're at 59. We need 3. Should be 5 minutes. Oh, it's BB Shade. Welcome back. I know you told me that. Yeah. You told me you were gonna name. That's why I recognized Petke from somewhere. Of course. I don't think I've seen you with a new name. Yeah, but you told me about Petke, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. I said it at the time. Yeah. It's still blue or purple. That color. It's purple. Ooh, first level. 1 out of 5. We're doing it. Dark God of Thunder, welcome to the stream. There's a wall in your way. There is indeed. Oh no. But I am leveling my sneak. You know how it is. Because we need to get our intelligence up. It's Oblivion for you. This is how you get your intelligence up, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I did cast spells before, but this is the reason. And we're doing this. We're not even gonna get our agility up because I don't actually know how I'm gonna do with agility. I might need to start using my my bow. I can make it a lot of poison. But yeah, got some sweet boots though. Look at those boots. I mean, you can't really tell because she keeps moving it, but that's it. Leveling up that sneak, we do what we gotta do. We do what we gotta do. Except that what I did last stream, which was I didn't want to. So I was fighting in a dungeon where a bunch of there was a bunch of wraiths, I think, and it took me like 2 minutes for each wraith just casting spells, and it was just super boring. So I just killed them with the console and went on. So I did that. What I think I should be doing with my life, says BB Shade. I don't know. What do you like to do? What is the what's the thing that you enjoy doing? Because I'm sure whatever it is, there's a way to make a living out of it. And when I say make a living, I really just mean make money with it. Sometimes you need to be ruthless when it comes to how you take... Oh, go away, you jerk. Why are you here? Freaking jerk. I'm getting much better on sneaking, though. So that's pretty good. I remember when I was deciding what to embark on. Like at the age of 14 here in Portugal, you have to make the decision. They're not forced to do it, but it is better to do the decision on what type of high school you're gonna go to, so you can follow the humanities, which is what I did, or you can follow the hard sciences or whatever, physical sciences or whatnot. So humanities, you just like learn more, have another class on languages. You don't have maths, you don't have biology, you don't have chemistry, physics, none of that. But you get history, you get geography, you get translation techniques. So there's a lot of that. And at the age of 14, I wanted to be an archaeologist, and that's why I'm just moving around because people are detecting me. And I chose humanities because of that. But then, halfway through the course of archaeology, I realized it was basically broken, and the market was terrible for me getting a job in archaeology. And also, it was basically broken. The course is basically a course in history, and doesn't actually prepare the students for working in archaeology. You sort of need to take a technical course in archaeology to be capable of doing it. So I wanted to switch, but I decided not to. Ended up not switching. I wanted to, because it was very complicated. I wanted to switch to computer sciences or anything like that. But now I'm working as a web developer. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's not something that I really enjoy, but it's something that I like doing, all things considered. Well, I guess it's something that I enjoy. It's just not a job that I like. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that. I work for a commercial door company as a project manager. Never thought that this would be my life, but it pays the bills. Yeah. Project manager, do you deal with clients and stuff like that? That's something. Client work is something. Commercial door company, though. That depends on if you just deal with the contractors. It's still with people, but it's not the end client. I wanted to do the maintained. The maintained? What is the maintained? I did not succeed. We're almost leveling up. I got my freaking... There we go. My wire. It's getting stuck. 69 progress. What is that? What do you mean 69? It's not 69. It's not how it works, is it? It's 7 out of 10. We need 3 more level ups. We're gonna do it. You wrote poems, but I'm not a poet. I made a silly rap song, but I'm not a rapper. I can play a thing or two on the guitar, but I'm not a guitarist. I started to learn how to do metal vocals, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna form a band. Now, I can tell you about forming a band in metal, and I can tell you about having a band in metal, because I have done both things a couple of times. So in terms of writing, if you write lyrics, you're a lyricist. You write the lyrics. Don't let it, like, don't put yourself down. You might not do it a lot, but you do it, and that's a lot more than a lot of people do. Now that comes with practice, though, and it comes with self-criticism. And I think for my own process of lyric writing, self-criticism is everything. Because I have made stuff that I like and stuff that I don't like over the years. And stuff that I wrote many years ago I still like. But also stuff that I wrote many years ago I don't like anymore. So, practice. You know, write for yourself. If you like doing it, just keep writing. And honestly, like, I was going to say seek criticism of other people, but for writing lyrics... other people are not going to criticize it in any way that connects to you, honestly. Like, you might have a different experience if you're more experienced than I am. But I never had anybody look up my lyrics and say, this is not cool because of this, or this is not good because of this, and me going, oh, that's very true. Nah, that never happens. It's always me being like, I don't like this word, or I don't like the way this sentence is formed, or I don't like the theme, or the structure, or whatever. It's always me being finicky about certain things and improving over time. So experience is a thing. Maintain these people that pay the bills for me. Oh, wait, I want to do the... Oh, I don't know what you mean, though. Mr. Puppeteer. Or Master Puppeteer, I suppose. I don't know what you mean. People pay the bills for me. Oh, you mean... Oh, I think you mean the... I think I know what you mean. You wanted to be... Yeah, I know. You wanted to mooch off of people. That's what it is. That's always a good job. Enjoy doing research, though given my teaching load, my immensely satisfying. Having corrupted an awful university rector, but a good department colleagues, good students. I like what I research. Yeah, that's good. But now you're a programmer. Yes, good stuff. Like trophy wife, mooching off of a trophy wife. That's the dream right there. No matter what path we choose, at least we aren't forced to walk face first into a wall until our skills increase, until our intelligence increase. Don't forget that. I want to create something. I had to pause the YouTube streaming thing. Also, having a big competition is kind of depressing. Yeah, it's complicated. It depends on the person, I suppose. I've seen big channels. Like big channels that have it so much better than like that I ever even dream of having it myself, let alone having it better than me. Just big channels be like, oh, okay, this is not working anymore, and it just depends on the I suppose it depends on the situation of life as well, but it depends on the person and depends on the attitude. I've always been I'm supremely... I have 14 viewers right now on stream, and I'm walking against the wall. How cool is that? Thank you so much for being with me here. I'm sorry I'm walking against the wall. It's just one more level up. We're gonna level up. And 20k subs, that's another thing. Yeah. Like, I'm super lucky. I'm super lucky with YouTube specifically. In Twitch, I'm super lucky as well, but it's different. YouTube is my main thing, as you know. And, you're having fun. Thank you. Back awful. So I'm super lucky. When I started off, I didn't really shy away from comparing myself to the really big YouTubers. And what for me, I think lifted my morale the most was looking at what big YouTubers did and looking at like what they played, how they played it, what kind of work they had to go through, the kind of dedication they have to go through, and what the sacrifice they have to make sometimes. Well, I guess not necessarily sacrifice, but the thing for me is it would be a sacrifice. For me, it would be really bad for my just morale if I had to like do first impressions all day for every game, even if it's just one video every day. That would just ruin my head. I couldn't do that. I can't do that sort of content. And when I started, I immediately saw that it still is, by the way, it still is right now. Doing first impressions is the way to make a living out of playing on YouTube. And I was just like, I looked at it and I saw, okay, this person has a million subscribers and, you know, thousands and thousands of views every video, but they're doing something that I don't like. And honestly, it's not nobody, but the vast majority of people, the vast majority of channels do not do it as I do, and we leveled up, by the way, which is to finish every Let's Play. I finish every Let's Play, and I don't shy away, and also the genre that I play, but I also don't shy away from big games, because it's a struggle. But for me, now, like 5 years into doing it, it's less of a struggle, because I've been doing it for so long, and so people who know my channel already know I'm gonna be like that. So, you know, it doesn't, like, imagine Imagine channels that do first impressions only all of a sudden starting to do, okay, well, now we're going to do 4 videos every day on a Let's Play that's going to take a year to complete. They would just lose all their subscribers because they just don't have that sort of viewership. So that's why I say I'm super lucky. I'm super lucky that I got to where I am. And unfortunately, I can't leave off of YouTube. And I don't know if I ever will. It's just a thing, you know. It's out of my control. But I'm having a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun with it. Reminds me of training Sneak in the Mages Guild under Balmora. Yep. I don't seek for money. I know already that I'm not going to earn a miracle with my future job, but I just want to make something cool. Maybe focus on one thing and dedicate myself to it. Yeah. I think it's I don't know if I would still be doing YouTube the way I'm doing it if nobody was watching. You know what I mean? I would probably be still be doing it because once you do it, once you start doing it, you sort of got the itch for it. It's a different way of playing games, talking about it. It's just so different. And it also at the same time forced me to finish games because what I was doing for a few years before I started doing YouTube was I started games, new or old, but I started the games and then even old games that I had played already, I wouldn't finish the what I started. You know, I would just jump on to another different thing. I would settle on things that I was comfortable with. Games that are, you know, comfort games. There's comfort games, like, you know, relax games. Like competitive online games are comfort games where you just go and relax. I was doing it for Counter-Strike. I played a bunch. Team Fortress 2, I played a bunch. For a while, I was playing MMOs. Well, trying to figure out if there was anything worthwhile in MMOs, but there wasn't. There's nothing in MMOs. It's all rubbish. But yeah, when I first found a channel, I was looking for Darkest Dungeon Let's Play. When I searched, I had like 5 or 6 playthroughs to choose, and it shows yours because I liked your logo. Thank you. Now I know I made the right choice. There's a lot of very good Let's Players out there doing Darkest Dungeon. I'm glad you chose me though. I love Darkest Dungeon. I had 3 full Let's Plays of Darkest Dungeon, and I haven't played the last expansion. I have it. Oh, I have played it. I just didn't do a full Let's Play of it. I have it, but it's such a difficult game now. Darkest Dungeon is just a freaking amazing game. Yeah. I'm very happy to have done it. Let's level up. At long last. You've been trying too hard, thinking too much. Relax, trust your instincts. Just be yourself. Do the little things, and the big things take care of themselves. Yes, especially if you don't want to do... Look at this thing, I got +5s on everything. What a weird level up. No, that's normal because of the build that I have. We're not throwing away anything, don't worry about it. But we definitely need strength, intelligence, and endurance. And now we can level up all of our intelligence-based skills if we want to, which we will, and we do want to. It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be a change. Because you relax. The original Let's Play you did, forgot it. Yeah, the original one was in early access. I was still very new. I was so very, very new in to Let's Play. I think that was like my 3rd video ever or something like that. I don't know. I actually have it right now. I keep a spreadsheet with all the videos that go up on every day, and other data as well, a bunch of data, like views, revenue, minutes watched, and all that sort of stuff. So I keep that. I don't trust YouTube to keep track of it forever. So if I could alt tab out of the game, I would see it, because it keeps down down to the beginning. It keeps the what games I started playing, and I think the Darkest Dungeon was my 2nd Let's Play ever that I started playing on my 3rd day of YouTube. Because my first day, I published Neo Scavenger, which is an amazing game. You all should really check it out. Not necessarily the Let's Play. Don't check out the Let's Play. Check out Splattercat's Let's Play of Neo Scavenger. That's one of the reasons why I started playing the game for sure, but also doing Let's Plays is Splattercat. So I the first day I released one video. It was Neo Scavenger. The second day I released another video, and I already had the third video recorded on the second day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do more videos per day. And I released, I started recording Neo's Darkest Dungeon. And then on the second week, I was doing 3 videos a day. And for a while, I did 3 videos a day. Then I increased up to 4. For a while then, it then increased up to 5 eventually. For a while, I was doing 6. Now I'm doing 4 again, because I've been very swamped in terms of time and also headspace. And so that's the reason why. I'm doing 4 lately. No. In the GTA 4. Oh, I don't remember the accent. I know you're talking about Nico. Not Nico. The other one. I don't remember the name. Is it GTA 5 or GTA 4? I don't know anything. I don't know. I didn't play GTA 5. I've been waiting for it to be available for like $15. But it hasn't been available for $15, only 25, I think. And I'm like, no, screw you. I'm not gonna play it anyways. It's just, I'm not gonna give you my money. You go and get your own money. Okay. So. Let's hear a lot of sound. I mean, if I talk over it, you don't hear it as much. But we're getting all of the alchemy out of the way. I always wondered how you can get that many videos done a day, as well as streaming in a full-time job. Do you ever sleep? I don't sleep that much. That's true. I don't sleep that much, actually. And I really need to. Also because sleeping well is one of the largest contributors to having a healthy immune system. And you want to have a healthy immune system for reasons. So, please sleep well. But yeah, my schedule is very tight. So, first things first, don't have a social life. That's the best thing. Not having a social life, you get there. You'll do good on YouTube. And then YouTube will suck the rest of your social life out of. But also I'm kidding. You do need to you do need to make sacrifices though in terms of what you do. One of them, whatever, is stop buying GTA games after they require linking accounts. Yeah, it was probably GTA 4, I think. I was wondering. So yeah. So the way I do it is like this. I go to work relatively close to my home. It's like 3 or 4 kilometers away. So it's like 5-10 minutes of commute. So I wake up at 9, almost to 9, which is when I start working at 9. And I go to work. And then for lunch hour, I come back to home, eat something very fast, and I record 1 episode on my lunch hour. Every day I record 1 episode. That's the easiest episode of the day. I mean, it doesn't work for everything. Like, for example, if it's a 40-minute episode, I can't do it. If it's an episode that requires work before the episode starts, I can't do it. If it's an episode that I need to make a cut in the middle, can't do it. So I just plan ahead. I usually just, instead of planning ahead, I just look up the next episode that I can record. Usually it's something simple, or at least a game that I can save midway through combat, for example. That definitely takes care of it. So I record 1 episode, and I go to work. And then I come home at 6. And I record 3 episodes. Or 4 episodes. Until dinner. And I've been recording 3 episodes recently. Usually I record 4. And that's that. And then after dinner, I just have to do all the rest of the work. Which is, editing, and if I need to edit, and uploading, and all that sort of stuff. And that takes a long while, actually. But usually I'm listening to podcasts or something like that at the same time. Or watching videos. A lot of the time I'm watching videos. If I'm doing editing, I can't do it as much. Because I need to listen to the edit. It depends on the type of editing that I'm doing. But that's the gist of it. And having a fast internet is really important. When I started, my internet was really slow. So I had to plan ahead when I would be uploading stuff, because it would take like 4 hours to upload a video or something like that. So I uploaded 2 videos every night. And then I would upload the rest of the videos as I was in work, when I was at work. And that's that. If it helps, I'm here for you because of your talks. I came to seek players who also played Vampire the Masquerade. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Vampire the Masquerade is one of my favorite games. I did, of course, 2 Let's Plays. And I will do a 3rd Let's Play. I should probably do eventually 4 Let's Plays. Because I want to do a Malkavian as well. I never finished the game as a Malkavian. So I want to do that. But the next Let's Play is going to be... well, I suppose it's either going to be as a Malkavian or as a Tremere. The Tremere does have some different things, but it's not that much. I don't know, a Malkavian is also fun. Well, the next Let's Play of Vampire is going to be Vampire Bloodlines 2, of course. That I am very much looking forward to. I haven't really seen anything else, anything much about it. I saw the trailer, the one with there's 2 famous actors in that trailer. One of them is one that shows up in Game of Thrones, and the other one is one that shows up in Mad Men, and I don't know the name of either of them. So if you know who I'm talking about, then you know who I'm talking about. The one that shows up in Game of Thrones is the I don't remember his name in Game of Thrones, actually. He's the Faceless Man in Game of Thrones. And one of the Faceless Men. And the one from Mad Men is... Who does she play in Mad Men? I don't remember. She plays... her character has a big arc in Mad Men. I think she plays the receptionist at the beginning. And then... not anymore. Mad Men is such a weird TV series. Probably the last TV series I watched, apart from Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was just... We could talk about Game of Thrones. Say bad things about Game of Thrones all day. Let's not talk about Game of Thrones. I'm still leveling up this alchemy gig. Okay, we got some Summonalius thingies. I probably shouldn't be spending all of these, but... I do want to have as much alchemy as possible, so I don't need to bother picking alchemical ingredients anymore. And that's what's going to change my my gameplay, is that I'm not going to pick alchemical ingredients once I level alchemy to the maximum. Having fun with Picard started off a bit weird, but it's gotten fun. Yeah, I listened to a podcast that talked about it. I think. Was it Picard? Or is it New Generation or something? I've never watched Star Trek. No, it was Picard. They were talking that the first 4 episodes were like setting things up, and then like they were hoping that it would go better. Robotany, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. I'm sorry, I'm leveling up a bunch today. This is not even leveling up. I'm just because I can't level up from alchemy. I'm just getting my alchemy to the maximum. And getting rid of my alchemical ingredients here. Because I don't need them anymore. I hope I don't need them anymore. So I think we're gonna get a pop-up when we are done leveling up alchemy. Will we play Final Fantasy VII when it comes out? I don't plan on doing it. Not because I actually probably would enjoy it. But the problem... There's multiple reasons. First off, it's JRPG, so it's not really my cup of tea. Not that I wouldn't want to play it, but, like, it's just, you know, that's one reason, for sure. It's for the channel, and for even for me, it's not really what I'm used to playing. Oh, we did it. We did it. We maxed out alchemy. Alchemy 100. Create potions again benefits from alchemical ingredients. I didn't actually read what it does, but the other reason, and probably the major reason for me not playing Final Fantasy VII, is that it's not the complete game. So I might play it when it comes out. Actually, probably for the channel, it probably would be better to play it when it comes out, because the last chapter comes out. Because there will be less competition on the Let's Plays, because people tend to cover the games when they come out, when the brand news came out, and so it's gonna be an easier field for when the last one comes out. But yeah, it's just I'm not a fan. Like, the original game is a whole game, and I know it's a long game, but who cares? That's long games is my beach. And now they're doing a remake that it's not a full game, and I'm like, nah, I'm not into that. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if they never finish the remakes. So that's another, like, no, I'm not doing it. I mean, that's part of the reason, but yeah, that's my reaction anyway. Not the full game. I haven't heard of this. I don't know if I'm correct on that though. So feel free to correct me. But I did hear that it's gonna be a 3-parter. And I heard it from... Who said it? Jim Sterling. He has a couple of videos about specific... Oh, did I use the... I didn't use the Nerd route. Nice. Jim Sterling has a couple of videos about Final Fantasy VII. And also, it's not turn-based. Like, why? If it's not turn-based, I don't like it. I say, playing Oblivion. Yeah. That's, yeah. Yeah, you can... They're milking the franchise. And that's, like, nah. Because that's the thing. About the milking, that's the other thing. I've always played games like that. And I sort of still do, even with the channel. Which is the, if the game is going to have DLCs and it's going to have expansions... I just wait until everything is out, and then I buy it for cheap. But even if it isn't for cheaper, which it always is, because you can always get a pack. But even if it isn't, I just play it, and when I play it, it's done. And I like it, you know? And also, it's just a better way to avoid being suckered into bad games that are released broken or something like that. Yeah. I won't doubt the sexiest man on the internet. I think you shouldn't. Absolutely. And you should thank God for him as well. At the same time, as you don't doubt him. There's a lot of alchemical ingredients in here. Now, all the potions that we made, they're pretty good. But now that we have the master level of alchemy, I will be able to just make potions out of anything. Now, I don't know exactly how it works, so I'll mess around with it in a little bit. Let's use that just to see. Get this, okay. And then, how does this work? 45 fatigue. You just do it by default like that. It uses the first level. Okay. That's reasonable. So, for example, this one has damage health and damage magical. Let's see if I can find something here that has that. Yeah. So when I select these two, not you. You and you, it does that. Yeah. It works the same. It just allows me to make potions with a single ingredient if the first thing is good. So, that's pretty good. Now, we will need better equip... didn't need to do that. I didn't need to put that in there. We will need the better alchemical ingredients, or better... The tools that we make the potions out of. So I don't know when that's gonna happen, but at the moment we're set. Jim Sterling's son streams a bit on Twitch as well, fun and cozy. I've caught a couple of his streams, but I'm always busy. You heard my you heard my my schedule. It's at the night when I'm doing the editing and the uploading that that I have the time, and usually it's videos. Usually it's YouTube, because it's easier to pause and not, you know, it's just better. I learned pre-ordering the hard way, Fallout 76. Yes. Yeah. I never learned pre-ordering, I don't think. No, I'm burning again. Excuse me.
It is good to
Yes. I don't think I've ever pre-ordered a game. I mean, I backed it. Yeah, you can shut up. I backed games in on Kickstarter though, so that's a thing. Got some chameleon in here.
That seems that's a good deal.
We're gonna make a lot of money out of this, by the way.
That seems.
We're at 60. We were at 60,000. Oh, damage fatigue. Did I sell the bad things already? No. We were at 68,000. Let's see where this goes.
A good price.
That's a lot of very good damage health here. I'll keep those, just in case. I won't. Let's not bother with that.
That's just not.
I know, it's difficult. Life is hard.
A fine trend.
See? It's a fine Tron.
A
Good.
price.
Oh. Okay. Selling the wrong thing, but that's fine with me. That's the one. Just confirming on the wiki about the episode part. Well, it's Square Enix, and it would be too much to expect an actual finished game. Well, there you go. Yeah, that is also another aspect why I'm not very compelled to playing it. And also, I just
more than
I have a sour taste in my mouth from Deus Ex, what they did with the Deus Ex team. So it's like, that's one of the companies that I'm like, yeah, you suck. Ooh, we got lovely feather over here. Look at this feather. My god, that's great. I'll just keep it around. Got some fire shield. 45 health. I don't need that. Certainly don't need the 45 magicka. I just said it. Oh, that's a lot of money. No, the elixir of exploration I might want to hang on to for giggles. Night Eye. Let's keep 2 of them.
That seems a fair price.
The once used DLC. Well, yeah. No, that wasn't even the issue. I mean, the DLCs for sure. It's whatever. Whatever. I don't really care about that. What I did care about is the fact that they cut the game in half and put wrongful pressure in the development team to make a game that wasn't supposed to be the game that they wanted with the bosses and all that sort of stuff. They bungled the whole thing and, like, not on purpose, obviously, but what I mean is, like, they're at fault for how bad the game did. The publisher is at fault here, and it was the development team that took the losses. Because, of course, it's the development team that is going to take the losses. It's the system that they live in. So screw the publisher a lot. It's not Konami, but it's pretty much up there as well. I mean, I have a lot of resentment toward a lot of publishers, Bethesda included. But at least, well, they don't. Well, they do screw their employees as well, I suppose, but not in the same way as definitely not in the same way. And actually, Bethesda is just way better at publishing things. It's not better at developing things, but that's a different story. I think like Elder Scrolls Online is a beautiful example of how Bethesda can pull things off in a way that are sort of surprising. They're definitely not the normal a normal publishing house, but they're also nothing to, in my opinion, they're nothing to. I mean, they can redeem themselves. Bethesda can definitely redeem themselves. There's one way for them to redeem. There's many ways, but there's one way. Super easy. The next Elder Scrolls game has Dark Souls-like combat. It doesn't even need to be good. I've said this so many times. Just that. Dark Souls-like combat. Please. Done. It's good forever. There you go. Bethesda, I love you. I mean, you still did Fallout 3, but I love you a little bit. And Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is even worse. Fallout 3, at least it's playable. Holy crap, Fallout 4. I mean, it's not that Fallout 4 is unplayable, mind you. It's much better than 76. My experience with Fallout 4 was basically...
That's more...
playing enough to realize that the... Stronghold minigame, you know, the base minigame where you make your base and whatnot. Playing enough to realize that which was like 2 hours of messing around with that, to realize that thing is completely irrelevant. And then playing 2 more hours or 3 more hours after that to realize that the writing was atrocious and the characters were infuriating and you had literally 0 choice in the quests. Which is not true, actually. There's some choices. There's a lot more choices in Fallout 4 than there are in Fallout 3. It's just that the game doesn't show it immediately, and the choices don't exist there as they should. They exist, but they're very hidden, and it's all a bunch of bollocks. The characters are super infuriating half the time. My God, like, I don't know. I don't remember I wasn't at home when I was playing it, for one, but I also don't remember exactly my reactions. Got some restore health here that I don't need. Got a lot of shock damage. Shock damage is better than damage health. Oh, it is very heavy though. A bunch of silence, which is a nice thing. So we gained 30,000 with this little adventure. An egg. He wants an egg.
You drive a hard bargain.
I'll sell you this. And we're good. Ubisoft ruined one of my favorite game studios, Black Hole Interactive. Hungarian studio made Armies of Egg Zigo, named Amazing StarCraft alike, Mark of Chaos, and Heroes of Might and Magic. Oh yeah, they did that. They did Might and Magic 6. Didn't they do 7 as well? Wasn't it the same team? The 7 it was even more atrocious, apparently. Or, not atrocious, but like blatant, the way Ubisoft sort of screwed them. Ubisoft only cares about its Far Cries and its Assassin's Creeds. Recycle the same game every year, put it in a different background, job's done. Now give me money, basically. I actually enjoy, like... no, back off was saying I actually enjoyed myself Fallout 4 in the second playthrough. Feels like the devs hid them away from easy access, but the Institute is interesting, and that trade post that captures and tests synths is very well written. I know the storyline. I've watched a few videos of criticism of Fallout 3, so I know, or Fallout 4 rather, so I know the storyline. Fallout 4 was so disappointing story-wise when I expect New Vegas sequel. Got Fallout 3 Part 2 basically with less choices. It was just nah. I what I can't understand, like, you go and play Mass Effect, the original one, and see how polished the game, the dialogue is. Look at that game, and then after playing Mass Effect, which is a great game on its own right, and you can play it and have fun with it. Look at that game and go play another game that is also pretty fun sometimes, and should be very cheap, and it's worth the time. Rise of the Argonauts, which is a Mass Effect ripoff, done by a completely different team, but look at how polished that game is from a small team. And then look at Bethesda years and years later, trying to copy Mass Effect, and they bungle it. The dialogue system is so weird. It's not weird, but it's like, they bungled it. It's not polished, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't look good. Just on that alone. And then every writing is just... I don't know. It's not admissible for a huge team such as Bethesda to have that. I just don't. Yeah.
Thank you for your...
Hum 6 was an amazing game when its servers were online. Oh, can't you play it anymore? Did it... Hey, my god, no, Ubisoft is the worst.
Please, return soon.
I will return soon. However, I'm a little bit on fire, but that's fine. Also, I just looked at the clock. It's already past midnight. I have spent the whole stream doing nonsense.
Greetings to you.
Not really. At the beginning, I was doing other nonsense. We can do something. We're gonna do the thing. There's nobody here, but soon there will be. Vlad will wait. It's not Vlad. It's notices your protuberance. Will wait. I mean, we trained sneak. We did. That part didn't take as long as we did a bunch of things that took time, including me rambling about things. So don't discount the time it takes for me to ramble about stuff. The other day I was recording Underrail Expedition, and Underrail Expedition is another game that is really poorly written. The original game is well written because the developers knew when to stop, and it has a charm because of it. And honestly, I thought it was on purpose, because you see, you can write things very poorly, but if you know when to stop writing, the lack of quality has its own charm. It's got its own thing, you know. And not that Underrail was poorly written. It's got like the original, the main base game. It's got a lot of really good things. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it, including the prose itself of the game. It's very nice. It's clear that the writer can write, but then in the expansion, they don't stop writing, and and it's just like so verbose and so overly complicated for no reason. Properly written from a prosaic standpoint, just from a from a technical standpoint, the writing, but it just never stops. It just doesn't stop. And I rambled about so many things in the I rambled 3 episodes straight of rambling. So here we are in the Imperial waterfront, and I want to see where this Thieves Guild stronghold is supposed to be. Let's mark the quest on the map, because it's the ultimate heist. This doesn't look very stronghold. Jensine?
See anything you like?
I don't know. What is the apps?
The Imperial Watch seems awfully worried about the Grey Fox. Look at all those wanted posters.
What are you doing out here?
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Seriously, what is she doing over here? This game. Dariloth's basement. The what now? Maybe it's... What in the world? I mean... Is it really... Oh, I know where we got Dariloth's house. Was that door there all along? It wasn't. I'm in? Who said that? Oh, I don't know what... I hope the game's not crashing. This happens every once in a while. Especially here in the waterfront. Dariloth? Apparently I can take Dariloth's stuff. The old ways. Oh, that's probably about... No, it's not about the old way which we visited before. History of lockpicking. I am the master at lockpicking. Clay ball up there. Hey.
Good evening. Ah, yes. A guild brother in search of a fence?
Not necessarily. Have you heard any rumors?
If you need light armor.
I don't. I'll see you later.
Shadow hide you.
Maybe I should come here in the day. It is weird Like, there's not even very good treasure in here. Lost Histories of Tamriel. I mean, probably should take these, to be honest. Sevilla's Stone. Yeah, we stole that. Proper lock design and construction. Increases our security. It doesn't, because we're maxed out. Huh. I mean, sure. By order of Legion Commander Imperial Watch, Hieronymus Lex is relieved of his duties. Yeah, we had that. This is basically where the things from the Thieves Guild quests are. Except for the things that the Thieves Guild doesn't have, like the staff and whatnot. Okay, let's wait until morning. Maybe things are gonna answer themselves. The Rick and Morty heist movie episodes. Oh, I never watched Rick and Morty. So it's raining outside. Thankfully not inside. As sometimes happens. And of course these sticks is... What? Wait, what? This is the door to the front. They forgot to add it, the teleportation node. Either that or there really isn't one. Why? Bunch of lockpicks. Don't mind if I do. And I completed the quest. Huh. Well, I think that is the stronghold. Or the Thieves Guild stronghold in there. Hey!
Are you not feeling well?
Amuse!
You wear the shadows well, fellow thief.
It's good to see you. I mean, you can't do anything, but bye.
Shadow hide you.
Of course. Let's see if we can get in from the front and solve this problem. Oh, I see. It is blocked off. Cool. Cool. Okay, well, that solves that issue. The perfect trap, a door that works only one way. It doesn't work the other way, though. So that's why it was weird. It honestly shouldn't have the interaction button, but the creation kit doesn't allow you to remove the interaction button. There's some items that are always interactable. I think you can change the icon, though, so I suppose they could have done a better job with that if they changed the icon to this one.
Can I help you?
Srathad.
Srathad greets you.
Tell me about the Imperial City.
Srathad learns the city by walking, talking, seeing it all. Srathad thinks this is the best way for you, too.
I know, I've been doing that. In fact, we probably should start doing that.
Be seeing you.
Let's do that. Let's explore it all. Starting by the Market District. And by that I mean we're going to do all the side quests in the Imperial City. We're literally going to start doing that. Not today, though, but in the next stream. And that's going to take a while, because we need to talk to all the NPCs. And it's all about tracking them down, really. I could look it up online and see just what quests are available, but that doesn't feel right. That's the Mages Guild. Oh, also mysticism. I need to start casting mysticism spells. Or conjuration? Or conjuration. Sure. Let's cast conjuration. Yeah! Look at all that conjuration being cast. Nobody minds me. I need better conjuration spells. Or maybe I don't, actually. Because it's per cast. a pretty good dagger. Having higher conjuration is good because it's gonna allow us to cast higher level, of course. So completed Thieves Guild. Which else have you done? I have done most of the Mages Guild quests. I've done a little bit of the Fighters Guild quests. I have done the Dark Brotherhood quest line. I have done a little bit of the Knights of the Nine quest line. I've completed the arena. I've done 0 main quests. I mean, I'm playing Oblivion. Of course I did 0 main quests. I did a few side quests here and there, but nothing to write home about. And that's that. That's about it. And did recently the DLC for the pirate ship. It's gonna be a pain with the vampirism, though. Okay, well, that's gonna be that for today then. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you very much for the good times, and hope you enjoyed it as well. I will be doing, I will most likely not be doing a stream next Saturday. I'll be taking the opportunity to catch up on recordings, because I am a little bit behind, even on 4 episodes a day. But I will be playing Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow, starting right around this time, maybe a little bit later tomorrow evening. But I won't be streaming it. The episodes go up on my YouTube channel. But if you want to watch it live, I recommend you follow Keith Ballard on YouTube, because he streams it. So tomorrow we're not going to have Marty, so Torian is not going to be with us. His character is Torian. But hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun, and my character is going to get to swipe people. Swipe people? No. Not swipe people. What's the word? To, not swipe people. Swipe at people. To wave his tail at people. That's what I'm going to do. Because I have a plan. I have a plan. Perfidy is my character, and he's a pretty good character. Pretty interesting character. Unfortunately, he's sort of in a bit of a precarious situation at the moment. In life, as well as in the game. But then he only has 1 session. He only has 1 session. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me once again. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.